Everyone at the restaurant feared the rude millionaire until one brave new waitress decided enough was enough. The silverware sparkled, and wine glasses gleamed under soft chandeliers. The silence between tables was sharp and tense. This was Millionaire, the city's most prestigious restaurant. And when Mr. Sterling Ward walked in, that silence turned into unease. Dressed in a crimson suit, silk tie, and an air of arrogance that clung to him like cologne, Sterling wasn't just wealthy, he was feared. Commercial real estate mogul who built his fortune by breaking more people than records, didn't make reservations, never said please. He insulted staff more often than he tipped them, and he never finished a meal without crushing someone's spirit. The staff bowed and bent to avoid his wrath until tonight. Tonight a new waitress named Zariah stepped onto the floor. 30 years old, proud, confident, and calm. She walked with her head held high and a crisp white blouse tucked into her navy skirt. It was her first day at Millionaire. The other waiters whispered to her with warning, "That's Mr. Ward. Don't mess up. Don't talk back. Just smile and survive." But Zariah had waited tables since she was 19. She wasn't easily intimidated. When she approached Sterling's table, he didn't even look up. He ordered his filet medium and warned that if it was overcooked, he'd make someone cry again. Zariah noted the order professionally. Then he looked up, sneering, "New. You people don't last long." When she didn't respond emotionally, he mocked her, telling her to stay quiet and just bring the food. Later, she returned with his wine. After a single sip, he spat it out dramatically and slammed the glass on the table. "Are you stupid or just blind?" "This is Sarai asked for Malbec." Zariah calmly replied that he had pointed to the Syrah bottle, and she had tried to clarify. But he cut her off, shouting, "Don't argue with me. I've had dogs that listen better than you." The entire dining room went silent. Then without warning, he flung the glass. It shattered against the table edge, splashing red wine all over her blouse. People gasped. A baby cried. Cutlery stopped clinking. Zariah stood there, drenched and humiliated, but not broken. Sterling coldly demanded a refund, and the manager, declaring Zariah's job was over. But instead of retreating, she stepped forward, hand on her hip, and calmly said, "You're right. I'm done." She looked him in the eye and spoke with steady strength. "I've cleaned up after men like you my whole life. Men who think money gives them the right to spit on dignity. You break others because you are broken. You've never earned respect, only bought fear." The room went still. Zariah continued, revealing her story. Homelessness, working 3 jobs, watching her mother scrub hospital floors and still smile. "And I'll be damned if I let a man like you make me feel small." Manager Jonas rushed in. Sterling demanded she be fired, but Jonas hesitated, clearly torn. Then a voice from across the room interrupted calm and commanding. "I think that's enough." All heads turned. It was Mr. Roland Hale, the owner of Millionaire, stepping forward from a corner table. He had seen everything. Sterling tried to twist the narrative, but Roland shut him down. "I saw how you humiliated her deliberately, publicly, repeatedly. Just like you've done to every server here," Roland continued, stating he detolerated Sterling's behavior for too long, because of his money and influence, but no more. Turning to Zariah, he said, "You spoke with the kind of truth this place has needed for years." Sterling exploded. "You're siding with a waitress who insulted a loyal customer?" Roland replied firmly, "I'm siding with dignity." Addressing the entire restaurant, he shared how Millionaire was built on love, family recipes, and respect, not to become a playground for the rich to abuse the working class. Then he turned to Jonas and instructed, "Give Zariah the floor manager position, effective immediately." Gasps filled the room. Sterling looked stunned. "Are you banning me?" Roland replied, "Yes, you're banned." The millionaire, speechless, left in silence for once without a tantrum. Later that night, Zariah stood in the back office in a clean shirt. Roland handed her a folder labeled Management. "You didn't come here looking for a fight," he said. "But you were in tea about to let someone throw wine on you and walk out smiling." Zariah smiled back, holding back tears. "You gave this place permission to breathe," Roland said. "You stood up for everyone who thought they had to stay silent." By morning, the video of the incident had gone viral. A diner had posted it online with the caption, "She finally said what we were all thinking." Within 24 hours, it had over 2 million views. Comments praised Zariah's bravery, called her a hero, and applauded Roland for standing by her. News stations reached out. Talk shows wanted interviews. Sterling Ward, some major sponsors cut ties with his real estate company. His name became a warning. Zariah became a spark. Back at Leon Ree, everything felt different. The air was lighter. The staff smiled again. Laughter returned to the kitchen. Near the front desk, a small gold plaque was placed. Respect is the dress code. Manager, Zariah Coleman. Zariah didn't become rich. She didn't want fame. What she earned was far more powerful freedom. Freedom from silence. Freedom from shame. And the strength to stand tall. Not just for herself, but for everyone who's ever been afraid to speak. Because sometimes courage isn't about yelling back. Sometimes courage is simply refusing to bow.